If you paid $75,000 for a pool, you would expect to be able to at least swim in it, right? Not so for a Jupiter woman,
That's
though.
right. Contact 5 investigator Shannon Cake found she's been waiting years to get her pool completed, and a string of agencies say they simply can't help her.
Discouraging, but I'm not going to give up.
Pool pipes that lead nowhere, stagnant water, debris left floating.
It makes me sick. It makes me angry.
It's not what Nancy Hopkins hoped for when she paid the head of Pinnacle Pools in Jupiter more than $70,000.
But he took the screening monies. He took a lot of other monies that were involved with it. You know, the equipment and the heating, and then there was supposed to be the spa, which, of course, that was a real disaster, and he took it all. There you go.
The pool was supposed to help Nancy's 90-year-old mother, Grace, ease her arthritis, so she took a reverse mortgage on her house to pay for it all.
That was back in September of 2007, and this is what the pool looks like today, almost 3 years later. Still unfinished, and even more frustrating, the Contact 5 investigators did a little digging, and every agency, everywhere we turned, from here to Tallahassee, told us there was very little they could do to help Nancy get her money back. What's wrong with that picture?
Construction disputes erupt all the time.
The Contact 5 investigators went straight to the top. The Department of Business and Professional Regulation monitors pool builders in this state. We'll come back here in just a moment. But first, tracking down the people with the purse strings at Pinnacle Pools. The investigators checked and found the business is now closed. This guy, Tom Rice, was the manager, the man Nancy says she trusted with her money. We spotted him walking his dog last year outside his 2-story Jupiter home. He promised to sit down with us for an interview. We set up,
Mic check, check, check,
and waited, but he called and canceled, telling us by phone, unfortunately, the way the revenues are, there is no work. I'm waiting to get some new work, so I have the funds to finish her project. But according to state records, this guy actually holds the pool license for the company, meaning the buck ultimately stops with him. His name is David Doobie. Here he is in March, back at Nancy's home, promising once again to finish her pool. Once again, no progress since his visit.
I'm trying my best to take the high road and work with the man. I gave him 3 chances, 3 addendums, and still he would not honor what he should have done in the first place.
The state attorney's office told us it would consider prosecuting if law enforcement investigated and forwarded Nancy's case along. But the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office sent out an officer, checked out this scene, and said in summary, it appears this is a civil matter. We took a report so Ms. Hopkins could move forward with legal action.
You believe you've been robbed?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And worse than a gut point. Oh, yes, I believe I've been robbed.
The Department of Business and Professional Regulation filed this administrative complaint against David Doobie, saying he abandoned the project and terminated work without just cause.
Meanwhile, we also found the state licensing board that reviews licensing issues and pool complaints like this one is considering allowing Doobie to relinquish his license. It means he won't be able to build pools in this state anymore, but it also means he will pay no fines over this, and he will pay no restitution to Nancy Hopkins.
I'm just intrigued why after 3 years of empty promises that the board wouldn't find that this guy should pay some money.
Well, we can get our general counsel's office to research that for you.
G.W. Harrell is the executive director for the Construction Industry Licensing Board. He told us his group oversees pool builders, but they're limited when it comes to cracking down.
If the construction board revoked this license, then we've done all that we can do as allowed by law.
So he loses his license. That's not going to stop him, and he still has my money. This is a crime against honor and trust. I just cannot fathom someone doing this to another person.
We called David Doobie and asked when he planned to reimburse Nancy Hopkins. He told us he had no comment. Meanwhile, the Oversight Board meets in June and is expected to remove Doobie's license. If he reapplies for a pool license in the future, he would then have to pay Ms. Hopkins restitution. If he never reapplies, she never gets a dime. For more information on how to keep this from happening to you, we do have some tips on hiring contractors in this state. We've just posted them to our website, WPTV.com. I'm Shannon Cake, WPTV, News Channel 5.